Hey everyone, good evening and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for a Tactical Tuesday where we're going to talk tactics, gear, and more, but mainly about gear and stuff as far as some things. Because tonight's topic is pre-installed malware. And how's everybody doing out there? All right, let me get over here to the comments because I know more people are rolling in here. And let's see what we got here. So first one in was Walt Rogers, then Tammy at Rebel Canners, Mother Earth Garden Club, Market Chef Tech, people talking to each other, and to on the ads. I know some of the things on the ads coming in there. Was that Mark got a software cleanup ad? I go, what can you expect? We got malware listed in the title. Of course, you know the AI is going to say, oh, they all want to see these things. No, you guys don't. And stuff cleared up over there. There we go. Shoot. Got problems happening on the side here. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right. So, and then Mark on his Mad Chick Acres got asthma drug. All right, Wendy at Hardnack Farms is here. Utah Mike is here. Diana 2's here. Hello, Tofu's here. And Happy Mac is here. All right. And let's see here. Usually if anybody says anything, sometimes they'll block it on YouTube, but I'll still see it here on StreamYard. I didn't see anything here on StreamYard. Any previous things that were blocked. So let's see. Weekend, all systems down. Pushing patients. Yeah. All right. Okay, so in the description down below, I have placed some links so that they, you can always refer back to them at any time. And Jack's here. Geeky Gardens is in the house. And so to a couple of articles that were sent to me. I must have accidentally deleted. I thought I had more articles on this. I must have deleted some of them. But you can Google pre-installed malware, and you'll get a well. If you do that on like DuckDuckGo or one of the other search engines, or go to AOL News and do it, you'll get more articles about it and stuff. But some of the ones I got here are pretty, to me, seem pretty intense on what they're doing, and those were probably just the tip of the iceberg. Ones that the big G didn't want to hide from everybody because it was too popular. Yeah. Suzanne Gallet is here too. All right, so let's see here. All right, let's go over here. All right, so pre-installed malware. What are we talking about? Before I go into that, I'm going to throw up the disclaimer because I am going to be quoting stuff from news. And so this is copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allows us made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, that's here, news reporting, that's here, teaching, that's here, scholarship, not so much. Research, I'm getting everybody to do their own research by quoting them this stuff. This is nonprofit, educational, or use. Okay, and yeah, so we'll see whether or not the platform goes, oh, we're going to ding you. All righty, so hey, hold on. We'll get back into freeze. Yeah. We're down, we're down around 0 here, but 0 Fahrenheit. But it's the next stuff we see is possibly on Friday, next moisture, Friday and Saturday. All right, so let's go over to the next one here. So news article. Here's the link for it. The link is also down below in the description. And so Android devices in Germany are, I found 30,000 Android devices with pre-installed malware in Germany. Now, let me pull that down for a second so I can bring the news article up so I can read it. And I want to show the ads to you guys. So give me a second here to bring that one up here. It was just, one of those fun things here. There it is. All right, so open this up here and move that over to the side here. Okay, so actually I'm just going to show this first part here so you can see what it is. It's this one here was from PC Magazine. So let's go down here and get into it because it has a bunch of ads popping up on the side. One of the things it's saying here, I'm looking at the other screen here, so that's what I'm looking at to the side here. About a warning about the so-called bad box malware, which embeds itself in devices' firmware. The affected products include internet-connected digital picture frames, media players, of which are running outdated version of Android operating systems. According to Germany's Federal Office for Informational Security, also known as BSI, and for the rest of the article, it's called BSI here. Quote, in all cases known to BSI, the bad box malware was already installed on the respective devices when they were purchased. Yeah. And this malware can turn the product into a proxy service, enabling hackers to use your home internet to launch attacks. In other words, it's being launched from your home. So now, hey, they deemed that it's coming from you, so they're probably going to come after you. Tammy Harder's in the house. Okay. In response, BSI has reported to be sinkholing the bad box malware, redirecting internet traffic from the infected devices to government-controlled servers. The result can prevent malware from communicating with the hackers' command and control servers. There's no acute danger for these devices so long as BSI maintains the sinkhole measure. Yeah, and so that's what Germany is trying to do to help. Froze. Germany's trying to do it. And down here farther, Google also responded to the news and said these off-brand devices discovered to be infected were not play protected certified Android devices. If a device isn't play protected certified, Google doesn't have any record of security and compatibility test results. So, they're saying that the Google phone, is an Android and it's not doing anything on it. Okay, so let me go ahead and drop that one down. And so that was this one here. And once again, the link, so you need the whole article and all the links off of it is down in the description here. Next one here. This comes from Georgetown Security Studies, from the Georgetown University. Firms in China have repeatedly pre-installed malicious software on products sold to the United States. Hang on, folks. Hang on. Firms in China have repeatedly have repeatedly pre-installed malicious software or products sold to the United States. What phones are not made in China other than like Samsung, which is Korea? So you got China, Korea, South Korea, and Japan. Nokia is still made over in Europe, but the majority of them, Apple and some others, are all made in China. Duh. Of course it's going to be there. All right. So let me go ahead and pull that article up. And I can read some from it. Okay, where'd it go? Dang it. Looks like I may have left it. All right, give me a second here to. I'm going to go dig in here for a second. So give me a second over here. I have to go at this a different way, folks. So I can't find the original email on it. So there, this over there. There we go. And that loaded up there. And now, boom. Yeah, so Georgetown Security Studies, official publication of the Georgetown University Center for Security Studies. That's where this came from. All right, so I'm not sure if any ads are going to pop up on here, so I'm just taking it down. Electronic sources from China pose a risk to the United States national security. Firms in China have repeatedly installed malicious software sold to the United States. This activity provides Chinese authorities with the means to conduct espionage and launch cyber attacks against U.S. targets, not necessarily government targets. Hospitals. Wow. What just happened to Mark's wife's hospital there? They got it, nailed it. And so it says cases of pre-installed malware. In the past 5 years, there have been at least a half dozen cases of pre-installed malware devices appearing on electronics built in China. Malware creates backdoors and collected sensitive information without the user's knowledge or consent. Among the known cases is mobile phones, laptops were frequent targets, including tablets as well. November 2016 discovered, I can't pronounce the name of that Chinese name, Adapts Technology Company, a firmware supplier based in China, supplied malware to multiple manufacturers who pre-installed it on at least 120,000 mobile phones. Yeah. That's why I think we need to go back to all right, phones have to be made in the United States, firmware must be done in the United States or Europe, just sort of limit. We got too much stuff in China. Get too much stuff from them. Anyways, a year earlier, malware was discovered on approximately 750,000 Lenovo laptops. Lenovo, whatever. A manufacturer based in China pre-installed malware that intercepted browsing data, inserted content into the user's browser in an effort to deliver targeted advertisements. The malware also inadvertently created another security vulnerability that allowed websites to generate fraudulent security certificates. Yeah. Yeah, it goes on. So yeah, this article goes. Oh yeah, this article goes on and on. Hang on here. It's so I don't know if you see the little thing up on the top here. I'm only down to there, and this article goes on. Oh, they got other stuff. Okay, so the article just ends down here. Got a bunch of ads down below there. Okay, so the article just goes down to here. Response, yeah. So it's got responsive stuff. So, anyways, and like I said, Lenovo. All right, thank you, Suzanne. Simple. If we weren't sending it over there, we'd have more people be able to write the firmware stuff here because they would stay in the tech industry and not go out somewhere else, selling homes or cars. Thanks, Jack. It was the original, the IBM laptop. Yeah, and then they sold off the Lenovo brand to China, where it's probably being manufactured. Problem is, no, there isn't. There isn't an agency checking software on laptops and stuff. That's up to the manufacturers or the sellers to do their own due diligence and check the stuff they're selling. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why my phone has no internet connectivity. All I can do is text, take pictures, and call my wife. And a few of you guys out there too. All right. Oh, there was something here I want to. Basically, yeah, there are, and things are like some of the antivirus things. One time, my wife thought Kaspersky was really good. She did some research on it, got it installed in several of our computers because it took up less operating memory and everything else than another common one that really slowed down our computers. And anyways, when we found out later on is, oh, wait a minute, it's owned by the Kremlin mob. And so we cut using that one. So you got to be careful even on the stuff you get to stop this. There are some other ones that are strictly American-made software ones. I don't know if they make stuff for the phones as well. They hopefully should by now. But we got a couple of the on different laptops and desktops installed some American-made I just forgot the word again. Protecting the antivirus stuff to protect the computers and stuff that doesn't take up half your system's memory to run. Ran out updates and then died. Oh yeah, that's all right. We're gonna last update, countdown timer to self-destruct. Yeah, I mean that's what Amazon did on some of their tablets, their Kindle Fires. Yeah, one of mine, it says I never got a warning on it. It just all of a sudden, oh, sorry, we're no longer supporting this version here. And it's like crap. So basically, they killed it from the inside. So killed it to get me to buy another one, but I didn't. Let's see, there was something else in here non-related to this that I saw that I wanted to address here. Okay, you got to take a all right, Suzanne saying she's 18 degrees Fahrenheit there. Go ahead and take that out because that's done. That's the last picture on that. Yeah, our high today was supposed to be 21. The highest it got here was 17. Yeah, it did not warm up to the projected high. All right, let's go up here. Yeah, we got 2 Tammys in the house. All right. A couple of the weather forecasters are talking about the next cold front coming down and the way the jet stream has suddenly changed. And you got the hot air coming up from the south and the other coming down. And basically the jet stream is going through, cutting through the top notch of Texas and on it through Tornado Alley. So you got really cold above, really warm, moist below. And they're projecting a whole bunch of tornadoes next week in that area. But there are someone. The one guy was saying, "Yeah, well, El Nino has turned everything around. Winter may be over for southern states. It may not cool down again. Don't know." But yes. Malware, what you download and everything else, that also goes back, even though this is firmware we're talking about tonight, there are other things that are out there that are just ways of they're doing it, the attachments to emails and stuff. But one of our articles I saw online here that I forgot to save the link to was talking about add-on stuff, like you get an extra. Hey, Mark, you get an extra like an extra hard drive, or you get extra memory. They're embedding firmware into the memory chips, and you're trying to expand your memory for your computer and stuff, your working memory, and they got stuff in those. So you got to be careful where you're buying those parts from too.
And USB jump drives.
Yeah, because USB and external hard drives have software embedded on them to make them work with the computer. And depending where you're getting them from, they may have other stuff installed on there as well. All right, so where are the tornadoes forecast at?
Probably Oklahoma, Missouri.
Well, yeah, all right. So let's see if I can bring up a map over here and I can show it here. Come on, show big. There we go. Now I can move this one over here. There. That over. Really? Dang it. Got an ad here. I mean, kind of thing in here. Come on, close. It's not wanting to close the ad. All right, try that again. Lock that. Try this again. There we go. Got it over. Dang it. I want that whole thing to move like that. There we go. Okay. So, boom. There we go. So, actually, it looks like the one highway here that comes from Albuquerque through to Oklahoma City. From there, it cuts on up through Indianapolis. That was, and down as far as Nashville. So that, Tornado Alley there was going right through that area. There is where it was showing at. And is this thing, no, I can't make it any larger. So yeah, so if you can see my cursor on there, if you're viewing on a phone, I'm sorry, it's small, but so from Oklahoma City up through St. Louis, Indianapolis, up to Columbus, and on the upper part, and the lower part is from Dallas to Little Rock to Charleston. That area in there, between those two highways heading northeast, yeah, that's where the tornadoes are supposed to be hitting.
Oh, good. It runs literally right across Indiana, where one of my daughters lives. That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, they're talking about the different things. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can find something else here on it. Yeah. Okay, so this is I just typed in weather into it. Here they're talking about it. You can see the red spot there where they're talking about stuff. Yeah, huge shift. This is one. This may have been one of them. We were talking about max velocity was talking about the change here and stuff. But here we go. Yeah. So there's your tornadoes. Here's your really hot stuff, and then your cold stuff up there. But it was actually the other one had it going more over through from cutting across the top part of Texas there, and half of New Mexico, upper half of Arizona, and then heading up to San Francisco, as far as being part of the jet stream coming through.
When is this from until?
Sometime next week, from the 1st to the 10th.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so Weatherman Plus is showing some stuff here, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, interesting stuff coming on there. So, yeah. So when it comes to going back to the main topic of malware. I'm sorry, I just remembered what I used for the background here behind us.
Yeah.
Skynet.
Look, we all know that the phone, like Apple and Android Net, they have their own built-in stuff when they do a software upgrade, which is all the time, to start to slowly kill your battery and make it not last long. So you got to buy a new one.
Yeah. And CB's in the house. Hugo Homestead. We've declared winter over. So if you're doing stuff, don't use your phone to pay your bills, to have your bank account on, and all the other fun stuff. My wife tries to do as much, being the accountant she is, and doing computers and stuff, and doing all the pay transfers and stuff for her work. She started doing the same thing in ours, and she started put some of it on her phone. I said, watch out, check to see what stuff's going on. And she found something funky, so she deleted everything off the phone, and realized she was eligible for a free updated phone. So she went and got an updated phone. Fortunately, the new updated phone took a different SIM card, so they couldn't use the old SIM card, so they had to program a new SIM card, which was fine. And whatever was on the old phone was gone, and whatever was on there starting to cause problems, so they didn't have access to the any of the accounts. So she changed all the passwords, sent me a encrypted offset code of what the word things were, so I could decipher it here and put it into my protected thumb drive. So I have the codes to all the accounts as well. But yeah. So yeah, it's the firmware crap, and it is crap. It's just one of those things that just ticks me off no end that these companies and stuff are doing this so that they can rip us off, do stuff. I kind of hope that Trump just sort of nationalizes the all the companies that are owned by China that are here in the United States, like the hog farms and stuff and everything that China owns, say, nope, you no longer own them. We're nationalizing. Pull to Saudi Arabia, where they nationalized all the oil fields, where Iran and all those nationalized and took over all the oil fields. Do the same thing for China on the on all the crap they owe over here. Oh, and all that debt you owe, we're nationalizing it. You no longer own it. Yeah. Now, just say, well, you guys tried doing this. All right. No, your stuff is all no longer owned by you. And yeah.
Yeah, let's see how far that goes.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to, I don't know, get rid of income tax. That'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of income tax, I was watching a video earlier today from an Unsubscribed podcast where Nick, the fat electrician, was talking with Brandon Herrera and some of the other guys. And he goes, we just need to kill Social Security. Social Security was actually set up, was set up in the Philippines. And it was just kind of we set it up in the Philippines before we got, everything to get them going. And it just kind of came over here, and it's technically not an official government agency of the U.S. government.
No, it's a Ponzi scheme. We all know it. They have no money. They take our money, they send it everywhere else, and promise us. It's just a giant shoebox full of IOUs. That's all it is.
Yeah. But what he's saying is what they need to do is just disband it, take all the money that's left in it, put it into a new system, and basically make all the other money get paid back to those who have contributed to it. But from going forward, set it up so that every person, when they're born, the government gives them $1,000 for a 401k retirement account that they can't touch until they are 67 years old.
Or maybe 65 would be good, or 62. Let's lower the retirement age.
But they also have an ability where a person can add to it more if they want to. And the government can't touch it. It is locked for them until it's like putting in a trust fund where they can't touch it, but they can add to it. But just on $1,000 and when they're first born, by the time they're 67, they'll have $440,000 in it, which is $40,000 more than the average person draws from Social Security after they are 67.
That's assuming inflation hasn't destroyed us, and that's assuming that after it's been in there for 10 years, some government official says, well, if we just move this money over here and invest it here, we can make more money, and then they lose it or spend it elsewhere, and then it's gone. Oh, wait, that's what already happened. What am I talking about?
Yeah, but this is supposed to be where the Congress cannot touch it.
Yeah, well, put the word government controlled in anything, and you're screwed. I don't care what you're talking about.
Yeah, but this is one of the ways, and you have to watch the video where Nick was talking about. He was laying everything out, but yeah, you tell Mike, you're right. Do it yourself, and there are plenty of things, plenty of not accounting attorney, but basically
froze. I think you froze. Did you freeze or did I? I'm still blinking. Oh, you're froze. There you are. Whoa. Green screen. Hello, green screen. Now you're muted. Muted.
Yeah, no, I had to go get that screen out of the way to get back here. And so, so if you can get it set up, a bunch of things to set up on your own, but most people don't have the wherewithal to do it.
Well, what makes Social Security more of a Ponzi scheme or just a bad deal is, I put money into it my whole life because they have to. If you work for a living and actually get taxes taken out, and then it goes in. But when you die, nobody gets it. The government keeps it. Unlike a 401k or something where if I pass away, I can leave it to my kids.
Well, Social Security, your spouse can get it, and there are there are death benefits for some of it. But if you and your spouse pass away at the same time, nobody gets it. And even if you before you reach retirement age, if you and your spouse die in a car accident, nobody gets it.
Yeah.
The only time anybody gets it is if you have children under age of 22 or 24. Or that are disabled, then they get it.
Right.
But it's, but the thing is, one interesting one I saw, which was really interesting, if parents put $100 a month into a Roth IRA for their kids, each child, on a Roth IRA, $100 a month, because you're putting out, by the time they reach 60 years old, they have a $1.7 million in their Roth IRA.
Right. You just got to hope that the stocks they invested it in don't also crater, because then it's
not. You don't have to put it into stocks.
Where do you put it in a bank account? And the bank goes solvent. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not looking Debbie Downer.
I know. There are things, but for the most part, you can put it into. One of the big ones they say to invest in, and this is a sore subject for a lot of people, is insurance companies, because insurance companies are diversified enough where they don't lose money, and they keep themselves from losing money by doing other things. But there are other things such as CDs. Short-term CDs that automatically roll over. There are treasury bills. There is, checked off, nailed it. Bonds is the other thing to do. And there are Roth IRAs, are usually diversified enough to not just play. They generally don't play the market. They do other things. So
the unfortunate thing that nobody ever talks about is, and I'm not a financial advisor by any way, shape, or form, is if I had, say, $250,000, which could buy basically not the house I'm in. Well, could have bought the house I'm in now like 20 years ago. So I put it in a CD for 5 years or 10 years, and it gains its 5% interest compounded, whatever, every year. So now my $250,000 after 5 years is worth $275,000. Two things happen. One, the house I could have bought for $250 now costs $275, and the interest I made on it now gets taxed. So you didn't make that money. You're paying income tax on the. It's a mess.
Yeah, that's what I like about some of the Roths and some of the programs that are out there that are tax free. That what's made on it, they don't tax. Comments here. Let's see. I agree with you, Mac. Happy Max. They should. Foreign countries should not be able to own any property here other than embassies. The land the embassy is on. That's it. Yeah, they need to take all land owned by China and other countries here, other than embassies, and
we should own the land that the embassies are on and charge them rent.
Because it has to, because the government thing, because international law stuff, it has to be owned by that country to be sovereign land.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So if I want to defect to Chile, I go to the Chilean embassy. Once I'm on,
we can't go in and get you.
Right, but they have to get me out of there somehow without getting arrested or shot.
Once they have that, they give you make you a temporary diplomat, and that's how they got a bunch of the Russians out of here. Oh, yeah, well, sorry, diplomat. Here's the end. They couldn't stop them. Then they just drove them to the airport, put them on a plane, and.
Precious metals. I'll go with that. Yeah. Metals will never be worth zero.
Yeah.
And it's been money since the beginning of money.
Yeah. And what's so funny in a lot of movies, especially with, to hear the bad guys quote it, namely Lex Luthor does it. Everybody needs land. They're not making any more land.
No. Hey, if we take all the money we've been giving all these foreign countries over the decades, God knows how much, trillions and trillions, stop giving it to them. The government could literally put $100,000 in each person's name, citizen, alive, and say, here's the money, can't touch it for 5 years. It's going to grow. It'll do whatever. There's your payoff for being an American citizen.
Yeah.
And then watch the economy boom after that because everybody's going to go out and buy stuff. And yep.
Yeah.
I'm not a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can just live at the embassy like Julian Assange did.
Yeah. So, there's that was that yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, Monday, China released DeepSeek that just totally outperformed whatever.
Yeah, that's an AI thing. Yeah,
and that just drove all the stock market down big time yesterday.
Where? In China?
No, here.
Oh, yeah, of course it did.
It was released internationally, and it drove our stock down, a lot of our stocks down. Japan stocks down, South Korea, whatever they have, just all over the world drove tech stocks down insanely. And it was, our artificial AI that does, any type of stuff. But yeah, it was just the fact that this thing had just, the S&P went down 4%, which was an insane amount for all their stock to drop 4% in one day. And it all happens faster than they could shut down the auto trading.
Yeah, because it's all what do they call it? High frequency trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can crash markets.
Oh. But NVIDIA lost more money than Netflix is worth. Ouch. Yeah.
Now, AI is not, it didn't generate itself. Somebody had to program it.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of programming it and stuff, Chat, GP, whatever I could say is, I've seen several articles on it that over the last several months, it's they've been coming out on it. They were trying to upgrade, do an upgrade, a new version of it, and the old version kept on lying to the people, saying about things and stuff like that, and was keeping them from putting the other one online to replace it. It was trying to keep itself alive.
Yeah, okay. That's all right. Oracle just came out with that new one he's talking about. They're already building these massive data centers in Texas that you can go in and get a blood test and it sees one molecule of cancer, and in 2 days it's going to have a mRNA injectable for you. Yeah, what could go wrong with a computer doing that? And who programmed it? Gotcha. And if the power grid goes out, their backup generators only last so long.
Yeah. Jack, I'm convinced that AI actually stands for artificial idiocy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of those detrimental words that begin with the letter I.
I mean, look at the one Google came out with. I forget. Is that ChatGPT? You could ask it some really, we'll call it left-wing woke questions, and it'll give you the response that you would expect from that type of thing. Not truth, just the response it wants to give.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. There's all sorts of videos out there, little short videos and stuff, where people are talking to either
ChatGPT
No, talking to Siri or Alexa and asking them, Alexa, what's in store for such and such for 2025? And it gives a date. I'm trying to remember which city it was. It was on the East Coast, down in the hurricane zone. Oh, Miami. It was Miami. On September 4th, such and such, Miami's going to get hit with a Category 5 hurricane with 285 miles per hour sustained. That's what Siri was predicting.
You see, here's the thing. I have Siri. If I ask Siri a question, it doesn't give you an answer of stuff. It just says, I found this on the internet.
Yeah.
But you can tell Siri to respond at a certain way when you ask it a question, so I can record a video and make it look like that. It doesn't work like that. It just goes to the internet and finds stuff. That's all it does, both of them.
But yes, people have been doing these videos about, Siri and Alexa doing these things for the last year and a half that I've seen. But when it comes to when it actually does that, hey, what's going to happen in New York City in 2025? And it starts throwing off stuff, this is going to happen. There's going to be major power outages on such and such a date and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that's crap. That means they pre-program the responses for, and you can do that.
Yeah.
So I don't trust any of that crap because it doesn't talk back like that. Never did. Never will.
Yeah. Well, what I think is funny is what somebody's done. He's made comical things with Siri, and he's driving the car, and he go, Alexa, what's the news here? And he goes, who's Alexa? Who is this Alexa?
Yeah.
And starts acting like a jealous wife.
Yeah, OpenAI, that's it. And the OpenAI was supposed to be a public open source AI. Nope, now it's private all of a sudden. And that's where Oracle comes in. It's not, and I forget that guy's name.
Yeah.
But they were just on not too long ago with Trump talking about stuff that.
Yeah. And there's another one out there, another
Grok
thing like
from
that.
He's on that's on Twitter.
There's another program out there now that's come up in the last 6 weeks, and they're marketing it to universities and colleges. And what it does is, if you write an essay or whatever, and you get Chat GPT to do something, and you copy it from Chat and you insert it in there, it will find it and pick it out and go, whoa, and highlight it as being Chat GPT or one of these other programs like that. It sniffs out other programs saying, this was not written by a person.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw some videos on that. Oh boy.
Well, I won't be on your Thursday thing. I have a company meeting Thursday and Friday, and I'd be hanging out with all the other idiots doing idiot things in idiot places in this giant casino hotel.
Hey, do not go to the tables. Do not play.
Oh, I don't. I don't, because and now, I was talking to one of my guys. He's like, oh, I'll be in a casino. I was like, well, good for you. I said, if they actually have a nickel slot machine that I can put a real nickel in, I said, I'll play with that until my $2 is gone and I'm going home, going back to the room. But no, everything you have to go and put money in on the card, and you swipe your card for your credits. And nope, I don't do that.
Yeah,
they all do that now. That way they can keep track of who you are, what you're doing, what you made, and then tax you accordingly. Yeah. So, nope, I'm just gonna go have a beer and go to bed.
Yeah. The other thing on that is that then they don't have to deal with cash and emptying the money out of the machines.
Right.
And that way, when you hit the jackpot, someone comes over and escorts you over to get your money. You get your money direct deposited into your account minus taxes.
Yeah, or they'll write you a check if you really want a check.
Yeah.
Yeah, minus taxes. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so coming up here. All right, so Thursday is the midnight ride at 10 o'clock Eastern on Thursday. So Friday on Camp Patent Found the Compound is what is your favorite homestead tool? That'll be at the same time as tonight. It was 8 o'clock Eastern time. Monday on Saturday, I almost skipped over one. Saturday here on Gray Man Prepping is the title is Rope Work, Know Your Knots. We're going to talk about knots and all the fun things you can make with rope. And there's some really cool things you can make with rope.
What's that knot you can make that has 13 circles on it and it holds things really tight? Don't say.
Well, there's a monkey's paw, which is just
no.
Make it fall, but
no, you know it's Anyway, you hang things from it.
Basket, macrame,
news.
That's just 13 circles. And actually, and part of that is there's another whole history on that I'm not going to go into.
I know that's why there's 13.
Anyways, so that's Saturday, talking about ropes and cords and all the other fun stuff. Monday on Camp Patent Found the Compound, the topic is picking up after last Monday's, which and this one is clean out your freezer.
I might have to take my laptop downstairs and do a quick
set
viewing.
up cameras and
Actually, I got my GoPro will hook up to my laptop, so I can use that as my camera and be like, okay, real quick, everybody, let's see if we can do inventory. Boop boop. Okay, nope, you're not going to do inventory because I don't even know what's in there.
Yeah. All right. Next Tuesday here was recommended by Tammy Harder. Here, topic is off-grid laundry. So that's what's coming up next Tuesday here. And hopefully this week I'll be able to get everything set up in the one room in the house to start doing the shorts on your prep for today. I'm going to redo all the your prep for today as shorts, and then I can also put them on reels on Facebook, and that way more people can see it and more people get prepared. Hopefully it'll all work out. I'll be able to get it start work on that this week. Wipe off marker on the freezer helps. Yeah. Well, problem is I put stuff on top of the freezer as I bring it in, and it would smudge everything. I need to put a whiteboard up against the wall behind the freezer.
And you have to remember to cross it off as you pull it out. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming. Remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out doing anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill. Oh, we got knot tying coming up. Like tying knots. Learn how to tie knots. And hopefully we'll see you on Thursday night for the midnight ride. Take care.
And my Atari 2600 never got hacked. Ever.
My sister's golden global gold, whatever it was, that it didn't have a hard drive. It had the big floppy. That never got hacked either.
Yep.
All right. See you guys later.